Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
Zaki Leung is a transformational speaker, break-free mentor, and a subconscious healing specialist. And she's going to be talking about choice, the journey from trauma to triumph. Her motto is knowing you always have a choice, no matter what circumstances are. She does not merely teach it, she's lived through it. She came into the world in a challenging circumstance, disowned by her parents at the age of 8 months. Her existential path drove her to face bullying, abuse, and family violence. But she made her choice to liberate herself from the past and reclaim power in her own life and start her own healing journey since she was 13. Sue knows how much a family trauma can impact your life, leaving deep scars in your subconscious. From trauma to triumph. And today she's got to share on how much she's flipped from hot mess to master of her life. She gained the inner knowledge of what is her true purpose to serve. As a founder of Tricine Clinical Hypnotherapy, she's created a safe place for those who are determined to claim their own power since 2019, using hypnosis and varieties of modalities to help individuals to release their trauma and inner conflict, amplify their confidence, communication, and be the author of their own life. So welcome, Sue. Choice, the journey from trauma to triumph.
Thank you so much. Have you ever felt bad things happen over and over to you? The same old drama, and you start to wonder if you're born unlucky? Have you ever stuck in a circle and the loop goes again and again? You want to step out of it, but you just can't find a way out. Give me a nod if you know what I'm talking about. And some people say lives give them no choice, but I have found that's not the case. Throughout my life, I have learned that choice is always there under all circumstances. And over the past 21 years, through my journey, I understand that the power of choice is always within us. And I've discovered this the hard way. However, this discovery has led me from trauma to triumph. And today I'll be sharing my journey and the choice framework that I use to help myself and my clients realign, so you can grab hold of the steering wheel of your life and be in charge of the direction that you want to go. But first of all, what makes it so hard to make an empowerment choice? Our mental well-being is one of the main topics on the planet right now, but we have more people experiencing emotional imbalance. Have you ever wondered why? Here is the secret that I have discovered. The past events you experienced since childhood had a lasting impact affecting the now and the future. And as a result, it might seem that life leaves us with no choice. And do you know 70% of adults have experienced at least one traumatic event in their lifetime? And more than 35% have experienced complex trauma. That's a long-term multiple traumatic event since they were children. And this the research shown by National of Behavioral Health, that 35%, I was one of them. But through the power of making my own choice, today I'm standing here as a speaker, a breakthrough mentor, and a subconscious healing specialist to share what closest to my heart. As a founder of Tricine Clinical Hypnotherapy, I've invested over 4,000 hours to empowering people who live with past trauma to break free and take back their life through the power of choice. I made my first choice pretty early, 34 years ago to be precise. I chose to start my life journey in a quite challenging circumstances. I was conceived during a one-night stand. And by the time I was 8 months old, my parents realized they couldn't take care of me. And so they flew me to Hong Kong from Japan. And they pay a family friends to be my nanny to look after me. After that, my parents started fading out of my life entirely by the time I was 5. My nanny and her husband, along with their 3 children, continued to care for me in a public housing apartment. Growing up, I looked so much different from everybody else. I was always taller, I was always darker, I was bigger, and my hair. And at the local primary school in Hong Kong, this meant excluded and bullied. At the age of 7, my nanny was diagnosed with cancer, and I almost got sent to an orphanage. That's the age we start developing our self-value and beliefs. I have a lot of questions. Why does no one like me? Everyone try to get rid of me. What have I done wrong? I felt confused about who I was, and I felt deeply insecure. Where did I belong? When it's the time to enroll high school, they couldn't accept me because I have no identity and no legal guardians. I witnessed my nanny and her family go from different government departments and members of parliaments and try to prove my identity. And yet there's no one seems able to claim me, this mystery child. That was devastating and frustrating. Finally, nanny was nominated as my temporary guardians, and I was able to stay with them. Yay! But everything changed until 2 years later. In 2003, that year we had SARS in Hong Kong. My nanny was in ICU battling her terminal cancer, and we couldn't even go visit her. Then one day, this lady shows up in our front door, and I opened the door. The lady said, "Hey, Susan, I miss you. That's your mommy." What? Mums wants to take me back. And nanny's families agreed for me to stay with her from time to time so we can rebuild our relationship. But that was a disaster. I was being isolated. I was exposed to unhealthy substances, verbal and emotional abuse while I would stay with her. And one day she approached my nanny's family and accused them for kidnapping me. As I was so lovely and entertaining, she thought that they should pay her for the time that I was staying with this family. While this happened, my nanny's daughter, trying to protect me from not listening the whole conversation. But that was too late. I listened to the whole thing. I went into shock. I couldn't process. And my mind went blank. I couldn't believe my mom would extort and demand payment for the time these kind people look after me, instead of thanking them or offering money to pay for their effort and expenses. Like I wasn't even a human, that I was just a thing for her. This drama lasts for the next 12 months. I was physically and mentally exhausted. I was suffocated. I was stuck in a dark place. My chest and whole body was constantly aching. I was feeling anxious and empty. The last straw Was I being told by my mom that I'm not allowed to attend my nanny's funeral? That feeling was so hard to describe. Despair, fear, anger, frustration, and feeling there's no hope. Those taking me over. I didn't feel there is anything I could live for. I was completely shut down. I locked myself up. I want to escape reality. But the time I spent alone allows me to have time to think and process. I heard a voice inside screaming, life should be more than this. And I asked myself, what can I do to change this? Slowly, that anger becomes the drive. And I know I don't want to live my life like this anymore. So I walked up to my mom. I said, thank you, but I think enough is enough. It's a time to put an end to our relationship. That was the last time I spoke to her. Our past experience can leave deep scar in our subconscious mind, trap us in victimhood, and let us believe there's no choice around. But once we addressed it, it's allowed us to have a chance to break free from it. Now, I often say to my clients that emotion is innocent, and I really, really mean it. Look at the emotional experience back then. It was trying to deliver me a message. And all it starts with awareness of the internal state. Listen to the emotion, connect to that desire, and this only take one split second to make that choice to be the person holding the steering wheel, that choice that flips your life. Then I get on a journey of self-discovery and healing, finding my value and worth to build my confidence and become me today. I was lucky to meet many mentors who guide me and facilitate me through my journey. And now it's my turn to use my experience and knowledge to give back to the world, to empower people who live with past trauma, to be aware that choice is always here. Help them release the block, connect their inner power, open up a whole new horizon to reclaim their life by activating their subconscious mind. I have made my empowerment choice to be my life over, and you can be too. Choice is what I use in my clinic as an approach to facilitate individuals. See, connect with them. Detach yourself from the chaos. Connect into your feeling and connect your inner wisdom and solution. Healing. Trauma can stop you from moving forward. A holistic approach can help realign your whole for long-term success. Oh, optimistic. Your past, a valuable lesson. Take the learning, then build a positive attitude towards the future. Irreplaceable. Guide you to find your worth, value, and knowing that you are unique and irreplaceable. C, compassion. Learn to be kind and gentle to yourself. Stop the self-sabotage and limiting beliefs. Claim the power to control your future. And the last is E, energy. Maintain a good vibe and high energy to support your transition and tackle any challenge in the future. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. If things happen for a reason, and there is a reason, recourse path here today. And now more than ever, emotional well-being is the key to unlock the holistic well-being. Join me and work together. Remember, you always have a choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. I was listening, and ever since you were a baby, I think you have had so many chains and so many traumas. And I think that they might have broken you, but you've really broken free. I mean, really salute you. Really. Thank you. So I'll have a deeper conversation with you in a few minutes. But before that, I would like to present a certificate.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be part of it and contribute to the humanity.
So the World United presents the Certificate of Speaker to Zaki Leung for being an esteemed speaker in Global Transformation Festival 2021 Australia. I present this on behalf of Dr. Yugandhar and Grandma Parisha. Thank you.
Thank you so much.